Today I'm going to be answering your questions about love, career, whatever you've got to answer, I've got answers. Whatever you've got to question, I've got answers. So who's first? Will I find love soon, Mario? Mario, look, yes. I mean, the short answer to that is yes. Soon, that's relative, but I would say within the next 6 months, you're going to have a choice of three, but two that I'm more excited about. One you meet within the next 3 months, and the other one you meet right after that within about 4 months. The third one is kind of already around you. I'm not terribly excited about this person because they're kind of in and out. There's too much push-pull going on. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, I would say you would find love within about 6 months. And it's love. It looks like a long-term committed relationship once you decide what it is that you want. I hope that helped. Today, I want to talk a little bit about how you can get the most out of a psychic reading, because I think a lot of you really go into it thinking that we have all the answers, or at least a lot of my clients do. Going into a psychic reading is meant to support you on your journey. It's not meant to read out a destiny, because what really happens is you have lots of different choices. You have lots of different timelines that you could take. And as a psychic, at least the way that I read, I see all the different potential timelines that you could take, and I find the highest good. And that's the one we need to connect you with. So when you're asking about, like, is this person in my future? I can read the timelines, and, like, for example, if I see that, yes, this person could be in your future, but it's not your highest good, I might actually tell you, yes, it's a possibility for that person to be. Hi, Diane. It's nice to see you too. For that person to be in your life, but I see that it's not the best possible outcome, I will tell you that. And I will tell you what I see is, yes, this is a possibility, but there is a better possibility. Now, if you come into a psychic reading and you already know what you think you want to hear, then you are really doing yourself and the psychic a disservice, because you're not open to the possibilities of being able to connect to your highest good timeline. Okay, so I think we should take another question. Okay, from Lisa. Will we ever speak again? Lisa, can you give me his name, please, if you're listening? Okay, well, I'm just going to have to look at the one that I see is closest to you. Yes, although ever is a long time and I'm seeing a 6. Yes, you'll speak again. No, it's not necessarily going to be a reconciliation. It seems very touch and go. But yes, you'll speak again. I would say 6. So that could be, it's probably not days. It's either going to be 6 weeks or even 6 months, or we're coming into June. It could be the 6th month. I hope that helps. Okay. From Jamonica. Is he in love with you? And is he cheating on you? Jamonica, as far as him cheating on you, there's a couple of things going on here. He isn't considering this a cohesive relationship. No, he's not cheating, but yes, he does speak to others. Is he serious about you? He doesn't really have very strong intentions. I'd like to see much stronger intentions. I think love is very hard for him to tune in. I know that he cares about you in the best way that he can. You know what? the best way the best way to do this is for you possibly to find me on the app Zhohara or on the web and come to me for a for a live reading, and we'll do our best to figure out really the details, because there's a lot to say about this, because it's not just so cut and dry. I wouldn't say he's cheating on you, but I would say that his intentions are not as clear as you might like them to be. I hope that helps. So questions like this, that you come in and you're coming into a psychic reading and you come in with this feeling or this fear of finding out if somebody is cheating on you. Please remember, most psychics will pick up on that fear. So it's quite possible that they won't look at the whole, not all psychics, not, they'll pull a card or they'll look at a chart and they'll pull your fears. So the best way to get the best out of a psychic reading is to go in with absolutely no idea of what you really want to hear. Okay. Or if you suspect he's cheating, maybe couch your question that way. Like, I think he's cheating. Is that accurate? Okay. Should we take another question? Revel Mustafa. Okay. I don't have a question here, so I have no idea what to do with this. Next question. Okay. Hajit. When and how will I meet my future husband? Okay. The when. I see marriage for you within 2 years. The meeting is within the next 4 to 5 months. It looks like an introduction, not necessarily a fix-up, just an introduction. So 4 to 5 months. I would say by September, there will be a long process where you're talking. It's not necessarily going to come up as okay, it's love and we're moving towards marriage. It seems like there's a lot of time to really get to know each other and connect on a heart level before. But I see you married by, I would say, February of 2025. I hope that helps. Okay. So, oh, no, go ahead. Let's go on with that question. Okay, from Gina, who is the other woman he's seeing? I don't know her name. There is another woman that he's seeing. He's not invested in her. I would only say there's probably a cursory connection, so he's not completely involved with her. Yeah, he doesn't seem like he's completely involved with her. I don't know. I'm not getting a name. I'm sorry. I'm getting an A, but that could mean anything. That could be a first or last name, and names are generally not important. You say who's the other woman. I don't feel like he's terribly invested in her, but I don't necessarily know that he's completely invested in you either. He does not seem to know what he wants. Okay. If you come to me on the app, I would be more than happy to explain this further. Okay, next question. Hi, Arpitha. Okay, you're dating Akshay from 7 months, and lately everything is messing up. You want to know where the relationship will go, and you want to know about your work life. Okay, well, we're not going to be able to talk about both of those tonight, but let's talk about Akshay. Everything is still good with him. The connection is still absolutely there, but lately there's been a little bit of confusion about what's next. And Akshay is kind of feeling a little bit stressed. He doesn't know what's next. He doesn't know what is next, what you want from him or in your life together. And so both of you are a little bit stressed, and both of you are hitting communication issues. I don't feel like everything will stay messed up. I feel like both of you just kind of need to take a little bit of a timeout. Um, yeah, just take a little bit of a timeout, not necessarily breaking up, just kind of saying, "Hey, I don't think we're communicating, or I don't feel like we're connecting." Um, you can either talk about that if he's open to talking about that, or you can say, "Hey, I just think we need to just take a little bit of space to figure out what we both want." But I don't see a breakup in your future. Okay. So a lot of people have a lot of fears when it comes to, is he going to break up with me? Is he going to break up with me? This is not necessarily how to get the most out of a psychic reading. This is more how to get the most out of your relationship, because I also do a lot of dating coaching. When you hit a rough patch after 7 months or after 6 months, 7 months, or 2 years of dating, what generally happens, it happens on a large scale. Um, One person or both people are like, what's the next step? Because we want to run a linear race, right? As people, we want to, start dating. We want to know when is the right time to be intimate. We want to know when is the right time to move in together. Uh, and the thing about it is, if you relax and, with everything in life, if you can be still and not kind of go twirly, that's a word tonight, then usually that's whenever I think that I really feel like that's when everything starts to come together in a relationship. So, Arpita, for you, it's like, stop looking at things as they're messing up. Just look at it as we're changing and maybe we need to figure out where we're going together. Okay. So, next question. Okay, this is from Sid. There's a widow who gives mixed signals to you, and you have fallen in love with her, but you're scared to share your feeling. Can you tell me if she loves me or not, and why she's giving you mixed signals? Sid, she does not know what she wants. She is a widow and she is terrified. No, I will not say that she loves you. I will say that she has a connection to you, a definite connection to you. She definitely likes you. She's giving you mixed signals because she herself is unsure of the level of investment you have with her, and also the level of investment that she is ready to invest in you. I don't get that her marriage was a terrible one. So she's struggling with feelings, a little bit of feelings of guilt. Also, the feeling that she's still missing her loved one that's passed. And if you give her a little bit of time and you don't take her mixed signals personally, and you are able to be a little bit, not only patient, but perseverant, but subtle, don't push her, then you might find that the outcome is exactly the way you want it to be. Okay, next question. Michelle, okay, do my spirit guides have any messages for me regarding relationship or career? Mm. Well, the messages that I'm getting, and they actually seem to be coming from your ascended masters, not so much your spirit guides, for relationships. You have very funny, you have very funny ascended masters. Um, you don't, yeah, this is exactly what's coming through. You don't have to wait to be chosen. You have a lot of love around you. I'm seeing something old or present, and I'm seeing something new. Don't be afraid to walk through the new door. You also have quite a bit of changes coming around you for career, but those are literally over the next 9 months, and they will be choices for you. So choice for you is going to be huge this year, in both love and career. So keep your eyes open. Don't be afraid to take risks. That's coming through very, very clearly. Don't be afraid to take risks and do something completely different than you've done. Okay. And I say this, and I say this to a lot of people about this thing about choice. Many people, when they come to psychics, they expect us to give them one outcome. And here's the thing about that: there isn't always only one outcome. Sometimes, and I get this a lot lately, sometimes that idea of choice is exactly what we have to face in our lives to be able to move to the next level, to get over it's the soul evolutionary path, right? If you don't make a choice, or you're looking to abdicate that choice onto somebody like a psychic who is going to just tell me what to do or tell me who to choose, then you're going to miss out on that soul evolutionary path that's going to get you to the happiness that you truly seek. Okay, next question. Will I find love soon, Kevin? Oh, guys. Oh, Kevin. Yes, you will be in love before the end of the year. Has the potential to be a long-term relationship. It does seem to come on very fast, although it's not going to happen probably until about August for you. It's and then it's going to be almost an instant connection, and then you get into a relationship. I am being told, hold your horses a little bit. Don't try to jump into something just for the sake of being in something. That's coming in really, really fast and really, really clearly. So be careful with that. Okay. And if any of you are like, you're not giving me all of the answers that I want, we're doing our best with these rapid fire Q&A. You can always find me on the app, and I go very deep. I give very detailed answers. So you can find me, Zhohara, on the app or on the web. Next question. Andrew, okay, I'm struggling with my job and career. Darling Andrew, stop struggling. You're not in the right job. That's first. You are not utilizing all of your skills. You are being undervalued. You are definitely, and you are undervaluing yourself. If you can take even the next month and figure out what it is that you would do, what would make you jump out of bed and do for free, somebody's going to pay you well to do it. I actually see two different doors opening up for you when it comes to job and career, but stop struggling. Honestly, stop struggling. You're just not in the place that you are. And you're in a place where it's like, it's kind of like that Harry Potter movie, right? The Devil's Snare. You have to relax. You have to relax to know your next step. You have to relax to know your next step. Within, I would say, the next 6 weeks or so, there are going to be two doors open that it is going to give you exactly what you need to know what your next step is. Next question. Melanie, will me and my partner finally divorce? And if so, when? I can tell you your partner is having some challenges accepting it, but yes, I do see a parting. That's really hard for me to say. I generally don't like to answer these questions because I think we should do whatever we can to make something work so that when we walk away, we know that we've done everything we can. I do see a parting for the two of you, but I don't see it happening finally for about another year. Yeah, for about another year before it's completely final and before the two of you just decide to go your separate ways. And I don't see a lot of baggage that you carry forth from that. Okay, next question. Okay, let me see if I'm going to say this right. Let you go. Um, don't know what to make of the sudden change in my partner. Should I be patient or just take the L and walk away? Honestly, for now, just take the L and walk away because he is at the space where he is not all in. And this is what I would tell any of my clients: if he's not in, you're all out. If he's not all in. So he's not showing you that he is in the relationship and ready to deliver your taste. So take the L and walk away. Next question. Hi, Chloe. I have too many questions in my life that I need answers for. I think a lot of people are in that. So I wanted to ask, is there anything in the universe and my angels want me to know? Your angels want you to know, actually your guides, this is coming from one of your guides. Your guides are like, you don't actually have as many questions as you think. You have a tendency to want to do too much, and so that can lead you to, I need to know this, I need to know that, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And that's only also because you're not still. um you're not stuck in your life. You are moving towards exactly where you need to be. You are. You have an opportunity to create money. You have love, both romantic love and a really big tribe kind of brewing. And you're about to embark on a whole new path in your life. So, my advice to you would be very, very, very still. And when I say stillness, everybody needs to listen up for this. It's kind of being able to be exactly where you are without wanting to be somewhere else or do something else. So, okay, how many times have we, or maybe you've heard other people say this if you haven't said this, I'll be happy when. Okay, I'll be happy when I meet a partner. I'll be happy when I have a new job. I'll be happy when I lose those 20 pounds. Guess what, guys? You have to be happy where you are in order to get somewhere new. So, honestly, if you're not where you want to be and you have all of these questions, honestly, be still, because the answers for you, especially for you, Chloe, the answers are right there. Um, all of you listening here, be able to blur your vision, be able to kind of mute your inner ears, so to speak, so that you can see the answers that are right in front of you. Even so many of you come and, I've been at Kasamba for 20 years, guys. No numbers. I have a birthday on Saturday, but 20 years. And I've had a lot of experiences with people that come in. Again, they want to have the answer that they want to have. And the thing is life, love, the spiritual realm will give you the answers that you need, and even sometimes the answers that you want, if you just learn how to blur your vision and kind of mute your inner ear, that mute all of that noise, right? So at least that's my 2 cents. That's gotten me pretty far in my life. Okay, next question. Hi, Elizabeth. Okay, this one is from Jody. Will he choose me on his long distance journey? Will he come home? He will come home. Will he choose you? The thing is I think the better question is, will you choose him? He's not going to be home from this long distance journey for quite a while. And he's going to be different, and he's not necessarily going to want to jump into something. So rather than sitting there and waiting for him, my question would be, will you allow yourself to choose him or not? Are you open to the possibility that you won't choose him? Because when he comes home, you're going to be there. So of course he's going to go, yep, I'm going to choose you. But is it really going to be what you think it's going to be? That's the question. Next question. Hi, Andrew. I want to know about my future career and financial condition. Your financial condition right now is at a standstill. I have to be honest with you. I see a lot of stuck energy, and I see you trying to, well, I was just having this conversation today with a couple of different people. Your financial condition will unstick, but I would suggest that you do exactly the opposite that you're trying to do. That's the best thing for me to say to you right now. Your financial condition is not bad. As a matter of fact, it looks like you end up within the next, I would say, 2 years in a very good financial condition. But you're going to have to be willing to take a few risks. And you're going to have to be willing to walk through some doors you don't expect within even over the next 6 months. So you're going to have to look at um, taking a risk and finding either a new job or a new career path. Actually, I'm hearing both. So be willing to take some risks. Expect that the financial condition does not actually unstick for about, it starts to move in about 8 months, but it takes about 2 years before you're rolling in cash again. Okay, I hope that helped. Next question. Some of you are saying that we're skipping your questions. Nobody's skipping your questions. We're getting to as many as we possibly can. Okay. So if you don't get your question answered, or, for whatever reason, feel free to contact me and I'll get it answered. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead, Gabrielle. Okay. Olivia wants to know if her and Joshua are meant to be together forever. Well, meant to be is you're very, very well suited. That's what I hear. You're very well suited. Not for nothing, you're going to have to work at it a little bit. You don't feel like you're a karmic relationship. You feel like a divine life partnership. So you do have the chance to really make it, let's just say long term, because what is forever? Forever could be a millisecond or it could be the next 80 years. So yes, but you are a divine life partnership, and divine life partnerships have a tendency to be very long term. Okay. Let's get to more questions. Okay. Carmen and Joe, is he the one for me? Should I keep holding on? Is he faithful? Oh, okay. You are holding on for dear life. That's the best way to say this, for dear life. He's not all in the relationship. You're going to find a lot of that, unfortunately, in this Q&A. He's not all in the relationship, and he is not prepared to give you everything that you want. So in order to stay in the relationship, you are going to have to settle for a lot less than you may desire. So if you are in my room, and we're going to pretend that right now you are, I would tell you to keep holding on to something that is causing you to have to settle is not the best way forward. Again, if somebody is not all in, you should not have to beg them to love you. You should not have to beg them to spend time with you. You shouldn't have to, because a person who is ready to be all in will find the time, will find the space, and will give you what you want. Is he faithful? He's not unfaithful. But the thing is he's also not all in. So you're going to have to make the decision whether what he's giving you is enough. From my perspective, you could do better. But I know you care about him. So I think the better question is, if you hold on, is he going to give you more? That's the problem. Things can change. Things can always change, guys. Okay, for anything, things can always change. But if he's not giving you 100% now, really, what's it gonna take for him to do that? Okay. A lot of people are saying you're being skipped. So I'm just gonna keep answering questions. I had a lot to say here. but I think I'm just going to keep answering as many questions as I possibly can. Next question. From Dexter, how long will it take to get financial stability and to be in a loving relationship? Well, Dexter, you're not going to love this idea or this answer. It doesn't take that long. Things can change on a dime, but financial stability, especially in these unstable times, it's going to take you being really creative. That's going to be key for you. So you're going to have to be willing to take a lot of risks. And you're young, so you can afford to take some risks. If you were to take some calculated risks and maybe diversify, and I would suggest things like gold, land, rentals. You could be financially stable within the next, I would say, 18 months. To be in a loving relationship, I don't see that you have a problem being in a loving relationship, honestly. Love is all around you, and it's literally what you getting very clear on what that looks like, and then that energy will just kind of show itself, and then you'll be in a loving relationship. Probably, that could happen like that. So I would say probably within the next 3 to 4 months. Okay. Next question. This is from Ishika. Do you see me hearing back from the company I've applied to? Ishika, I see you being one of 5 people. The chances that you get this job, it's not great. But you have an opportunity coming to you right on the back of this one that will be an absolute. You might hear back from this company, but it does seem like there would be another few hurdles to jump through. And because you're one of 5 and there are people that they're looking at even above you, I wouldn't get my hopes up on this one. Okay. Next question. From Sirene, will I get a job abroad soon? Helen, soon is relative. It's going to take you until October to get a job abroad. Well, until you actually move abroad. So I do see the job for you, but I see that it's going to be until October that you actually get to move. Okay. Next question. Michelle, will I be happy again? Not nice, Gabrielle. And will I ever find true love with somebody? Look, a love for you, yes, you will find true love with somebody. You will. You have a couple of choices coming into your life. It's probably going to be, this year and maybe up until about February of next year before you actually settle into that relationship that you are seeking. The question about being happy, Michelle, this is for you, but this is to everybody. Never come into a psychic's room and ask, will I be happy? Happiness is a choice. So when you ask, will I be happy in this relationship? No psychic can really answer that for you. You have to decide whether you're going to be happy or you're going to allow yourself to be happy. There is happiness, Michelle, for you to have. There is happiness. There are reasons for you to be happy. Yes. And it will be in a loving relationship, again, within that time frame. But ultimately, happiness is going to be your choice. Nobody can tell you if you're going to be happy. And anybody that tells you you're going to be happy, they're maybe trying to make you happy, but nobody can make you happy. Everybody needs to hear this. Happiness comes from you. No external source can make you happy, and no external, I can talk tonight. No external source can answer if you'll be happy. You have a choice, though. I see happiness all around you. You have to pick and choose what's going to bring you happiness. Okay. Next question. Do I move on or stay? I don't know if he's talking to others and if he truly cares for me in a romantic way. Audrey, he's doing his best. I don't feel that he really connects well with very, very, very deep emotions like love. Um, what I'm getting, and I'm not going to mention his name here because it's not fair for him. But does he talk to others? Yes, because he's constantly looking for, is this the best I can do? And he's not talking about just you. Audrey, you are more than enough for any man, but he's always got that fear of missing out. So he's always going to be talking to others because he has this very, very, very big ego that needs to be stroked. So if you stay, that's what you're contending with. If you move on, remember when I was talking about those timelines, looking at your timelines, just a couple of timelines away is something so much better where you never have to ask the question again, do I move on or stay? And that's not as far off as you think. So give it some thought and really feel into, do you want to move on? I mean, are you ready to move on? Or again, I've answered this question for somebody else. Are you really willing to settle for pretty much the crumbs that he's giving you? Okay, next question. Miss White. I struggle a lot with my bad habits and I want to know if I'll be able to manage it. I procrastinate almost everything. Procrastination is just shadow, Miss White. That's it. It's just shadow. It's saboteur. It means you're on the brink of greatness somehow. Bad habits can be overcome even by you. It's one step at a time. So when you find you're procrastinating, if you're procrastinating because you don't know what to do, which is what it looks like, if you're procrastinating because you don't want to do what it is you think you have to do, start taking all of the shoulds out of your life. Okay. So if it's not something you're really passionate about, don't do it. Say bye bye, au revoir. Okay. And start moving towards those things that bring you passion. And you'll find that you stop procrastinating. That's first. And all of those little bad habits, which can be flipped to your genius, are actually part of your genius. So stop being so hard on yourself. Stop struggling because what you resist persists. And yeah, will you be able to manage it? You'll be able to overcome it. How's that? Okay, next question. Risky. Inderdeep. Okay, from Inderdeep. I would love to ask when I meet a long-term partner. Inderdeep, you are going to meet a long-term partner. Not going to be really happy with this answer, but I am seeing December of this year. Sounds like a long time. I feel like there are a couple of choices that come along, but they're not exactly right. It's kind of like the three bears. Your baby bear, everything is just right, is December. And when it comes together, when you meet that person, it's kind of like all of the keys and the locks just fit together, and that's your long-term partner. Okay, I really hope that helps. Next question. Okay. Bar Suiza, is my career in real estate? Yeah, your career, especially since you say you've been doing it for the past 3 years and you're passionate about it. What I do see is an unfolding and an evolution. That's what I'm hearing. Yes, and that's coming in clearly. So I'm feeling and I'm hearing that there's an evolution in your career in real estate. So it could be if you're in personal, you'll move into corporate. Something expands over the next, actually this year, it starts to expand. And that's your future. Know that it's probably not only going to be working for where you are right now. It looks like you have a lot of irons in the fire when it comes to real estate. So, yes, I would say that your future, your career is real estate. Okay, that was great. Next question. This is for Lima. Will I get the promotion for the application manager? That actually looks like it's positive. It does look like it's a little bit delayed. So it's not like tomorrow you're going to find out. And there does look like there will be something that you have to do for it. Somebody you have to speak to. I don't want to say it's an application process because it doesn't feel like that. It just feels like a little, not a mountain to overcome, but like a little barricade to go over. But yes, it does look like you get the promotion. Next question. Do you see if my wife will reconcile? Gary and Courtney. Gary, you're not done with this marriage, and Courtney's not done with this marriage. And I see a reconciliation as a possibility, but I do feel like you have a long road ahead of you. I would say that reconciliation could be 6 months away. And there, both of you will have to make some concessions for that to happen. Yes, there's absolutely a potential for reconciliation. It's getting her to come to the table and talk. That's going to be, and you're going to have to be very perseverant there to get her to come to the table and talk. But if you can get her there, then yes, I do see a reconciliation. Okay. Okay, so this one is from Gan. Mom name is Tao. She passed away in 2021. Is mom happy now? What is she doing? If we would meet again, what do I do to have a good career and love life? Okay, lots going on there. Your mother has crossed over. She's spirit. She is doing her spiritual work. So, as a spirit, that's what we do. So, happy. Yeah, I would say she's happy. Will you meet again? Well, she's part of your pod family. So, of course, you'll meet again, whether you reincarnate or whether you meet on the other side in the spirit plane. Of course, you'll meet again. Because you've lived many lifetimes together. What do you do to have a good career and love life? Take a step at a time. I know you want something much more personalized, but that's how to have a good career and love life. Take one step at a time and know what it is that you want. That's going to be huge for you. Knowing what it is that you want and not settling for less. That's how you have a good career and love life. Okay, I'm going to take a couple more questions here and then we're going to call it a night. Next question from Nikki. Can I know if Vic and me have a future together? What sort of connection do we share? A karmic one. Nikki, this is a karmic relationship. This means that it's a challenge relationship. It's not necessarily fraught with negativity. You can have a future together, but there will come a time, I would say this probably before the end of the year, where both of you have to make the decision whether to stay together. Because a karmic relationship is all about learning about each other and possibly working out something from a past life. So yeah, you have a karmic relationship. The best thing about karmic relationships is that with the right work, putting forth the right effort, you can transmute them into divine life partnerships. And so you do have a really good potential for a future together, but it's going to take some work. Okay. Take the question down, please. And I just want to say a few things about relationships and again, getting the most out of a reading. When you come in to any psychic, okay, like for me, Like I read the Akashic records as well. And so when you come and you start asking about what type of connection do we have, and if you have really complex questions, then for me I would suggest sending me a message, giving me your dates of birth, give me the full names, the places of birth, and arranging an Akashic record reading. Usually these record readings take anywhere between 20 minutes and 30 minutes. But they give you really, really in-depth um, answers to the questions like what kind of connection do we have? What can we do? Like if you have problems in your marriage, if you've separated from your love, we can use the Akashic records to pinpoint exactly what you need to do to overcome. So, any of you lovelorn people out there that are going, I don't know how to make this work, I would really suggest getting an Akashic Records reading with me or anybody else who offers them. They do take a little bit more time, but they will offer such an in-depth, give you such in-depth information that you know exactly what it is that you have to do to move the mountains that keep you apart. So if you're in a karmic relationship and you really want to make that karmic relationship into, like, transmute it into a divine life partnership, that's the way to go. So anybody that has any questions on Akashic record readings, hit me up. Next question. Okay, this is from Jinro. Oh, okay. Her name is Tabitha. What does my love life look like this summer? Um, okay, so I'm hearing very busy. You don't sit home this summer. You do look like you have a couple of different choices. So you really, again, there's that word choice, right? So you've really got to lean into looking at all that is available for you before you settle down. So your love life is looking really well. It's this summer, right? It's your love life is looking as hot as this summer is going to be for most of us. Next question. Okay. Sorry, Gina. I know I've asked 3 times. His name is Chuck. His wife's name is Sandy. Is she going to leave him like she's trying to portray on Facebook? Uh, Gina, right now, she's portraying it on Facebook. She's trying to effect a change from him. So it's kind of an empty threat. They will eventually split, but it doesn't look like they split until sometime next year. Okay. It does look like she's pretty much begging for some kind of attention, kind of like when women break up with men. And then we kind of look back to see what they're doing or if they're going to follow us. That's kind of what she's doing. So it's kind of a calculated risk or a game. Okay, next question. Okay. Hi, Reginald. Will I reconcile with my ex Amelie? There is a reconciliation in your future. It does not necessarily look like it doesn't end up where it is again. That is not guaranteed. If you go into the reconciliation going, okay, let's get somewhere different instead of let's just pick up where we left off, it'll be a much more successful relationship. The reconciliation could take a little while. I would say July, August, around that time. Okay. Um, okay. So next question. Okay, this is from Megan. Is this the right job for me? I started in February and I'm still having imposter syndrome. Megan, honestly, it's a good job for you. It's a stepping stone job. Imposter syndrome is one of 4 voices, right? So there's the prostitute voice, which is, can I be fully self-expressed? There's the child voice that says, how am I identifying? And the victim voice that as well. It's victim. And then there's the saboteur. It seems to me like you are in saboteur a little bit, and you're thinking, am I enough? Yeah, this job is the right job for you for now. in 9 months, it's going to look different, and you're going to know exactly the next step you want to take. But right now, yes, it's a good job for you. It's going to teach you a lot, and you're going to bring a lot to it. So relax into that imposter syndrome. Just be aware that it's imposter syndrome. Whenever you get those voices, just actually be still and be willing to just take a step, even if it's uncomfortable. Okay. Um, Funny, Stephanie has asked, is this a reading? I'm not exactly sure what you mean. This is a whole lot of reading from a whole lot of people. So I don't exactly know what you mean. Okay, I'm going to take one more question. Okay, is he cheating? Does he have a relationship with somebody else? Okay. Okay, I'm going to take another question after this. I'm not exactly sure who I'm dealing with. I'm just tuning into the energy in front of me. It's kind of funny because what I'm feeling is you don't have a well-formed relationship. He has a couple of other things going on. I would not call them relationships. I would just call them kind of like the bird that's looking to figure out what nest he wants to feather. That's the best way I can explain it. Um, Give me a good question to really finish this strong. Okay. Um, Ishika. I think, Ishika, I've already answered this question for you. Yeah, I've already answered this question. Okay, Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie. Will Damien come back and marry me and be with me? Damien and you are not finished. I do not feel that marriage at this moment is in the future with him. He's going to have to do some growing up before that timeline connects. It is a possibility, but I cannot say 100% that he will come back and marry you. I see the two of you are not finished. I see that reconciliation happening sometime very soon. I'm not really getting a time frame. You're probably going to have to come to me and let me really dig into that. There just seems to be a block coming up around him and marriage. Being with you, he still wants to be with you. He just doesn't always want to admit it. So yeah. I think we're going to finish up there. I've had a blast doing this. This is fantastic. I've enjoyed meeting all of you. I would really, really love it if any of you that want to have an in-depth reading, or if you want to know what blocks you need to release, and want to come for an Akashic record reading, either email me and give me some of the information so that I can be ready for your reading, or just show up. Not going to be available this evening. It's very late where I live, but I will be available from tomorrow on. I've enjoyed it very much. Thank you very much.